All right, I could not get this on camera. It was very hard. Hope you can see. I'm gonna take you over here. Okay, we only got a couple of them on. Oh, maybe 5. Okay, I am so angry with some of these chickens. They have been picking on, she's not in here, she must have ran out. They've been picking on one of the older Rhode Island Reds to the point that she looks horrible. No, that's not her.
That ain't her?
Oh, that's her there, yeah. Here, let me get her on. This is her. Her poor head has been picked to pieces. Steve and I put some medicine on her and put one of those saddles on her. Bless her heart. I don't have anywhere to keep her, so I'm hoping that medicine will make them not want to pick on her. Look at her poor head. They pulled all her hair out.
Yeah.
And Steve's gonna put a bunch more of that on her head. Don't kind of rub it in with that tip because, okay, baby.
She don't like it.
Okay, so we just got in from taking care of the chickens, and I have to say I'm perturbed with the way that my chickens have been acting toward the older Rhode Island Red. She is one of the oldest, which is almost 2 years old, and I have read so much, Willow. I have read so much stuff when it comes to chickens. I'm on 3 different online groups. I have watched video after video after video. I'm gonna have to give her a treat. So I've read, I have watched, I have done everything that I have found out to do for them. Because I know that in the winter, when they're confined, and they're not confined, we've been leaving the door open. Anytime that the weather is 30 degrees or above, Steve and I just leave their little coop door open so they can come and go through the coop and into both of their runs. But it is a muddy mess right now, and that doesn't seem to bother them as much as the snow, and the snow is all melted. But I just want to say that the one that's been picked on, I noticed last week that she had, looked like she had lost weight. So I told Steve, I was like, she's either sick or they're picking on her because she's smaller than what she was. And birds, especially Rhode Island Reds, they don't weigh very much. She probably only weighs like 3 pounds, and if that right now. So yeah, we put that medicine on her, not only to help with the marks on her head where they've been pecking at her, which makes me extremely upset. But that stuff will not only help her heal, but it will also, the smell and the taste of it to chickens, it's horrible. So I'm hoping that will keep them away from her. And I'm hoping and praying that works, because the only other thing to do is to remove her from the rest of the flock and keep her separate. But when you do that and go to put them back in a week or 2, or however long you have to keep them out to have them gain weight and to heal, they can still be picked on when you put them back in, because once you've removed one of your chickens from the rest of them, that one's automatically picked on when it comes back in, no matter what, because of the pecking order of the chickens. That's what happens. So I don't want to have to move her out into like one of those dog, the crate things. I don't want to have to move her out into that if I can take care of it with her being with her flock. She's scared. She's terrified. She comes running to us. When Steve takes out, like, he feeds them, of course, they've always got food and water. But every single day, he will take out those, every day, Steve, when he takes out the mealworms and the grit and the scratch has all that good stuff they like eating. We even bought them that flock block, that big square that is packed full of different seeds and stuff that chickens love. They've got about half of that, a little over half of that eaten. And, you know, I've tried every single thing that I can to keep them from being bored, even spending money on the Flock Fresh that's on their floor. It costs more and it's hard to find, and I did that for them, and we're not wealthy people, you guys know that. And the mealworms that we buy and we give them every single day, that big bag that you guys see us get, that bag costs $50 to $60. And we get one of those a little bit less than a month it takes, they go through that big bag. So, you know, we're trying, we're doing everything. I got so aggravated out there, which I'm not, honestly, I'm not really an emotional person. You guys might think that I am, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not a crier, and I don't know. I used to be before my heart surgery, and for some reason it totally changed how I deal with stress. Maybe I'm afraid to get emotionally upset. I don't know. But today I got very upset, and I actually was screaming. Neighbors probably heard me. I was so mad at them chickens chasing after that poor little one that, as you've seen, you know, they plucked all the feathers from her head, and her head was bleeding, and that makes me, I know it's nature. I know that. But man, that got my hair up in a, okay, I'm gonna calm down. I just love animals, and I cannot stand to see anyone picked on, a person, a child, and I am the type of person that would stand up. I'd fight for somebody, that's the truth. But yeah, so we're hoping that we have taken care of her and they'll stay away from her. She was the first one that I got the chicken saddle on. I'm sorry I did not film putting it on the rest of them. I don't know if I got the film on her or not. I had the camera on, but I was so upset when I got a good look at her. So yeah, the other ones, I ended up getting 5 saddles on them, and I have 5 left. I put those back out in the garage because the other ones aren't in near as bad a shape as those 5. 4 of those, of course, are Romeo's favorite ladies, and in that being so, he's getting big. He is causing them to have, you know, where he's on their back mating with them, and it's causing his claws and stuff to go into their back. Thank God right now they haven't been injured, just their feathers have been, you know, I guess, taken off when he's getting mating with them. So anyway, I'm gonna say you don't have to send me anything, no emails or anything about this, because honestly, I have read, I have watched, and I'm in, like I said, 3 groups that I follow, and I know what they say to do, and I've done all that I can do other than take her out of that, and I don't really want to have to do that. Just like I said, because they'll just pick on her again when she comes back, and she'll have to fight for her way back in, you know, into the group, and I don't want that to happen. So it's not good. Chickens are really meant to be around other chickens. I don't think it's good to separate one unless unless you have to, and we might have to, you know, I don't know. Let's see, I'm burning up. I got in from that. It's Sunday. Who thinks you're going to have to do this on a Sunday, right? But when Steve came in and told me after he fed them this morning, and I'm sweating, I might take another shower. But I thought, you know, it's got to be done. We've got to do this. So went out in that muddy mess, you guys. We were slipping. Thank the good Lord we didn't fall, because that would be nasty. That it's a muddy mess. It looks like a pig trough out there. It's horrible. And, you know, we've got tons and tons of those wood chips and stuff in there, but with this weather we're having right now, that's about all we can do. Now, we're wanting to dig out a bunch of that, and as soon as spring starts, that's what our goal is to do, is dig a bunch out and put in a bunch of sand. I'm hoping that will keep it drier for them to run around in. But all right, I think I'm going to get off here now. I'm sorry that I didn't get the filming done that you guys were all really wanting. But I was more concerned when I seen how bad she was. I knew I had to get her fixed. and you know, taken care of. And so while we were nasty and muddy and wet, and my toes were actually frozen. They were so cold. And when we got back in the house, and my socks had actually gotten wet because of all the mud and the snow that's still on the ground outside of the coop and the run. But yeah, I figured I better get on here and try my best just to do a little video, so the ones that have been waiting to see us put on their saddles would be able to see it. But like I said, I got so upset that I didn't film putting the rest of them on. So I know that you guys will understand completely. I don't have to worry about that. But so all right, keep watching. We'll try to be back. I will update you guys on how this little hen is doing, and I hope and pray that she's going to be all right. I put one of the smaller saddles on her, and hopefully it will stay on, and they won't bother her, and let, you know, until she heals up a little bit. But I will keep you updated. So all right, everyone, thanks for joining us today, and we'll be back with a video real soon. So take care, and God bless you all. Bye bye.